going to talk about some news, Mark. What do you got for us today?
Well, we could go into the Mandalorian if you hadn't.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Roka saw it.
I'm busy. I'm a busy person. I really
Alex
wanted to
saw
see it
it.
in the morning. I couldn't see it.
Matt, you are watching. We talked a little bit off air. You've seen the first two, but haven't seen the third.
Yeah,
correct?
which is the one you guys are, like maniacs, woke up at 6 a.m. to watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I enjoy my sleep, and I will watch it at night.
Some people stayed
Same.
up till midnight and watched it at midnight.
Oh, it
last night.
posted at midnight?
Now, how did you feel about the first two episodes?
I liked them. They're great so far. I like that it's this massive, we're accustomed to a huge story, and it's boiled down in essence to 2 characters, 3 characters.
Right.
And we're just following them. It's the gunslinger through the West.
Yeah.
It's everything that I kind of hoped it would be. So, yeah, I know you've already expressed your sentiments overall about episode 3.
Episode 3 is my favorite so far. I would say it's. Are you in agreement with that?
I think I would agree with that.
Yeah, just because of how. But to your point, this world feels so big because we're so laser focused on the Mando, and then this episode just really no spoilers by the way for anybody who hasn't seen it. Now the world just really got big, especially for him as a character, and I'll just leave it at that. And there were scenes in this thing that I was watching this thing at 6:30 in the morning, drinking coffee, and I was like, "Oh, yeah!"
And
just
Julie's
screaming.
like, "Why are you doing that?"
Yeah, Julie did come out, and she went. And she was like bleary-eyed and like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Mandalorian's on." She's like, and just
She's
walked
like,
back to
"This
bed
shit again."
and said, "Please don't scream anymore." But there is stuff there that, I mean, live action I've never seen before in Star Wars. I've seen if you want to liken it because Dave Filoni doing what he does on this, John Favreau, Clone Wars, Rebels. There's certain elements that will pop up in this that happened in live action for the first time that I've seen, and I was absolutely over the moon for this thing. I just lost my mind. And Deborah Chow, who directed this episode, first woman to direct live-action Star Wars ever. This is the episode. She's doing Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Get excited now.
Yeah.
This is one of those most beautiful episodes I've seen.
Do we know what else she's worked on?
She's done.
Let's take a look.
Well, let's Google it. John, now,
Let's
how did
Google
you
that
feel
shit.
about it? And did you love the first episode, or has the series grown on
Yeah,
you?
I've been a massive fan since the first minute of the show. Just the vibe of it just checks all the boxes for me because it has an Eastern philosophy, a samurai philosophy combined with a Western's look, which of course was the basis of Star Wars. If people want to go back and actually explore how Kurosawa influenced Lucas with Hidden Fortress,
For sure.
It's R2D2 and C3PO, those two guys, those bumbling guys helping the princess to this thing. That's all there. So, and the wipes are even from Kurosawa, those standard Star Wars wipes.
yeah.
Kurosawa uses that in all his films. So that's all influence. So for Filoni and for Favreau to go back to what was the foundation of Star Wars, to be influenced by that, to have this Western look rather, and then this kind of Ronin samurai or gunslinging guy like Man with No Name with Clint Eastwood, to have that combo into this Star Wars is brilliant because it is small and large at the same time, and that's usually the best Westerns. They're small stories, but they're about larger things, and you see this happening here with especially the third episode. You said, Mark, it expands the world.
Yeah.
It gives more, and there's shades of things in this that'll make people excited for what's to come down the road. And I mean, Yoda baby, for God's sakes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda,
I
sorry.
actually don't know his name, but
Yeah.
he's
I call him
really-
Yoda baby because we
I-
don't know what it is.
I'm really liking the memes personally. Like, I have friends that don't watch the show, and they're like, Baby Yoda. They just know Baby Yoda is awesome, and there's a lot of great memes out there. But so I have a question for all of you. You're all major Star Wars fans, I'm assuming.
Sure.
Okay, so where would you rank so far The Mandalorian compared to anything new Star Wars after the original trilogy?
New Star Wars?
Yes.
I mean, it's up there.
Yeah, I like it better than definitely Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace.
Well, you know.
Solo. I still have Rogue One higher, but they're neck and neck.
Yeah, it's.
What about the newer trilogy?
Yeah. So far, it needs to land for me to be able to fully assess how I feel about 1 and 2 so far.
Right.
Because there's so many unexplained things, and just like what exactly are we going to get into in this last one. Mm-hmm. So if they wrap up a few of those loose ends that are, leave me wanting as of right now, then I'm going to feel better about those and like it. So it's kind of hard to evaluate. So in 3 weeks, I'll have a better answer for those. But I would say yes as of right now.
Okay. Wow.
I want to see how the series ends before I really put it in any kind of ranking, because I think, you're looking at this as one long story, and so I wouldn't want to judge it, because this thing could, in my opinion, we could get an episode and be like, oh, no, I didn't really like that because I was feeling this way. So but right now it's some of the best Star Wars. I mean, I think that there are people out there that aren't really thrilled with the Disney movies.
Right. But that are really enjoying this.
But that are really enjoying this. I happen to love My Last Jedi and Force Awakens.
I was going to
less
say,
so
Mark,
Solo.
Is there anything Star Wars you don't like?
Solo.
Really? Yeah. You just did not like them. What about the prequels? Do you like those?
I like Revenge of the Sith, and I've come to love the story. But then Attack of the Clones is really, really, it's the execution, the dialogue. It's like there are moments in that Attack of the Clones that are brutal to sit through when you're talking about the love story. So
I hate sand.
So it's the execution leaves something to be desired. But over time, I've grown to love the prequels in a way that I love my Star Wars.
It's a great distillation within just a few words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you have to. I mean, Attack of the Clones. I hate sand.
Could you imagine you're like on a date with someone and that's what they say? You're like, oh man, that sucks. Like
just randomly.
Yeah.
I hate sand.
Oh, the worst to me is when they're on that balcony and one's in the doorway, and I think Padme's the one out, and my love for you exceeds your love.
Right.
Oh, the love that I have.
Oh yeah.
I'm
so in love with you.
That's how I talk to my guy all the time. Yeah. No.
It just
no.
Some of that doesn't work, but it's hard for me now to judge the prequels, because I've grown fond of them over time.
You appreciate the good things about them. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
But if I were to put, The Mandalorian for me right now, 3 episodes in, I like more than the prequels. I just do. It feels like my original trilogy Star Wars happening, and there's great humor in it. There's great action. There's the characters are fascinating to me.
For me right now, it goes Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One, Mandalorian.
Okay.
The entire history of Star
Wow.
Wars.
Wait.
Wow.
As
Over
in,
A New
and
Hope?
that's over everything else?
Over New Hope, yeah.
And Jedi, yeah.
And
Wow.
Jedi. Yeah, Jedi, the Ewoks killed Jedi for me.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, how dare you? It's the age thing. I was a perfect age for Ewoks.
Right, exactly.
was
That's
I.
why I don't bash you for liking it because of
But
the Ewoks. I'm telling you why I don't like it is the Ewoks.
But
It's my
they eat
age.
people. They're fun.
The idea that it could have been the Wookiees, that'll never leave my mind.
I know. Once you hear that,
Potential.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Neolithic instruments of war defeated people who have blasters.
Who are bad shots, though. Certain
I
troopers are
don't
the
care.
shittiest shots ever.
I don't care.
But it's true. They suck at shooting people.
They're throwing their own feces. That is the equivalent of what they're doing and winning. And when you watch this as an adult, you're like, oh, this is painful.
Yeah.
How
Hey, man.
do you rule a universe?
Feces is a powerful weapon in wartime.
It can
so.
be. Sure.
I have used it. Sam Witwer defends the Ewoks adamantly and has done
Because
so.
they're awesome.
But I agree with Matt.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The Wicked is awesome, and like the
Yeah,
interactions
sure.
they have. Yeah,
like
as
him
characters.
and Leia, like the whole
Yeah,
relationship.
100%.
That's
Okay.
cute.
But
But the
Wookiees
fighting.
coming in,
Right.
it's like that makes all the sense in the world. I wish they'd done that.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're still you like Mandalorian more than A New Hope? Is
Yeah.
that what I just
Yeah.
heard?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I respect
unless
your
this
opinion,
thing,
but that's
unless
crazy.
this thing
No,
hits
no.
at the 8 episodes we're getting.
But
so.
New Hope is right after Mandalorian. So it's not like way down. It's just that I think for me, where I'm at in my life, A New Hope.
I thought it went Jedi then Mandalorian. Is that not right?
What do you mean?
No, for him, he's saying he likes it
rankings.
more.
I thought you were saying
You
chronological.
said Empire, Rogue
rankings.
One,
I'm saying
and
Yeah.
Empire, Rogue One, then the Mandalorian. Those are the. You know why? Because those are the darker, more mature ones.
Right.
New Hope
Right.
is a younger thing. It's the 2 sons. It's very inspirational. But I put it behind those 3 because where I'm at right now in my life, I like seeing this stuff. It's harder edge. It's grittier. It's more mature.
Is it because
I
you're
like-
more mature and grittier?
I hope so. If not, I'm doing it all wrong. But yeah, no, I like that too. And but New Hope is just right there, right below, because of all the inspirational stuff there. But yeah, okay.
yeah, no, hey man.
Some of the dialogue in New Hope, I'm just like, ooh.
Like
But I don't
what?
know,
Give us an example.
Well, I was going to the Tashi station to pick up some power converters.
Yes, basically, yeah.
That's classic.
That is
Basically.
classic Star
Yeah,
Wars.
I mean, it's
basically.
like Empire to me is basically a perfect movie, but then
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
that one guy, when Leia is giving them the download, like before they're all going to go into the Hoth battle.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you guys remember that guy? What does he
2
say?
fighters against a Star Destroyer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
Ratzenberg? Is that not Ratzenberg?
No.
No,
Ratzenberg
no.
is
Okay.
is different. That guy was just.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
he
some
just
acting
delivered
101.
the line. He just read it on the script and did it, and he's now in the best Star Wars movie ever. Good for him. Yeah.
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 But Alex saw it as well. Did you like episode 3, Alex?
I love it because things are actually happening now.
Were they not
Little
happening
shade.
for you
Okay.
the first
You
episode?
kids.
The first 2 episodes, things were happening, yes, but and now that we have those characters, especially now that we have the Mandalorian, his character built up, and seeing him fail, now we can see him rise up from that.
Okay. Cody, have you had a chance to see any of it?
I watched it while I was prepping for the show. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you're into
right.
it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to devote 20% of your time
Yeah,
to
I
watching.
saw a few shots. I heard everything. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what our production staff does. They don't have time.
Wow.
They actually work unlike us. No, I'm kidding, John.
So it's the second thing you care about, Cody, right? About your child is
I mean, I
Mandalorian.
kind of care about
Okay,
this.
fair. Okay,
Yeah.
fair. I love Alex going, oh, finally something happened. Let me tell you about story, Alex. You got to lay the groundwork for stuff so that when it happens, it has effect and power. You kids and your ADD, you want everything in 10 seconds.
Okay, but however, I agree with the first episode to me didn't grab me as much as the second one.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's Star Wars, but I wasn't like blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand the craft behind it and that went into the filmmaking aspect of it. But there's literally a scene where they're just going down the desert on those weird, what are they called? Like the
Deebs or Jeebs.
Oh, yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, those
like
things,
those
yeah.
animals,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what's the point of this?
I agree with you. That sequence is the worst part of the first episode.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What?
Well,
why is that
when he's
there?
got to break it, I was like, why are we watching him break
Yeah.
a Bronco
My
here?
God, I loved it.
But it's Western. It's
Yeah, it's a
Western
Western.
stuff.
See,
We
yeah,
had
and
to
I'm-
do-
but to each their own. I've
Right.
heard that, and it just got me. Maybe it's because it just was so just that.
Watch
and
it.
nothing. There was no implications. There was no Skywalker walking in,
Right.
going, you know what? We got to take out this other Death Star. You know, it was just no. I'm gonna. Break this blurg or whatever the hell that thing is called and get on it and then go to here and Nick Nolte is an Ugnaught.
I love
I
how
mean,
upset that made Mark just now.
Look, when I get
Because that's just me being a nerd and being nitpicky, right?
right,
But
no, and I can nitpick the shit out of this thing too. But it just what we do as Star Wars fans is either yell on the internet or accept and
Right.
and just either you like it or you talk about it. We can get in discussions. You guys, we had a great rule of two doing the top 10,
Yeah.
and that was so much fun because
Right,
it's like,
Star
oh, we
Wars.
have this character performance and it's like what the hell you do, and we had this great conversation. So that's what I love is that the different ways these episodes, Star Wars as it is now, are landing with people. So it lands differently with you. I mean, you're putting this up there above Return of the Jedi, which I would be like, you're crazy. But that's what I love about talking Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Above A New Hope.
Yeah, even
That
in
one's
that's,
crazier to me.
That's insane. In a
Just above, just rightly above. It's like 10 slots above. It's just above.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's okay.
Yeah, and we'll see. It hasn't ended, right? We'll see when the series ends.
Right.
But.